Stadium in Conway, South Carolina. It's the Temple Owls and the Coastal Carolina Chanticleer. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines, and we check in with her right now.
Guys, checking in with Coach Keeler before the game. This is a crucial moment in their season. They've got to decide what type of team they are. They're finding ways to lose close games, and they've got to get their first win in conference play. Coach says it's crucial that they get off to a good start here today. He wants focus, communication, and more dominance and physicality at the line of scrimmage. I'll keep you posted on how they look down here from the field level to start the first quarter. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. The Owls offense to go on the attack first. And we expect to call this guy's name pretty often. Here's Peter Clark. They say the tight end's always open, and he seems to always be, and he's always making big plays. Sells to run, looking to pass. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And listen to this crowd. On the opening play of the game, the defense picks up a huge sack and they force a negative play. And just imagine, David, being this quarterback for a moment. You were already facing a lot of pressure. You were already facing a great pass rush. And it just feels like a tidal wave of emotion putting you in a hole early in the game. It'll be interesting to see how this offense can respond.
Yeah, I'm looking over and I'm like, all right, let's run something safe, right? Like, that couldn't have gone worse to start this game. Interested to see how they respond. We can't just get pass happy, right, and put ourselves in a bad situation. But this offense has got to do something here on second down. Got to at least quiet the crowd down a little bit because they are going bananas.
After the incomplete pass, there is a player still down, and they'll come out to check on him. They'll need a bunch on second down. Looking for a man. It's Shepard. Oh, look, Ma, one hand. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
Nothing you can do about that on defense. That's just an outstanding one-handed grab by the tight end.
They'll snap it from the 48 on third and short. Gonna look downfield again. Unloads to the wideout. Out wide right, it's Chase. Now with a great opportunity as they pick up the first down. They've got it at the 40. The Owls are moving quickly down the field. The give on the counter. Hit and drop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Myers on the move. Got it in the middle. It's Chase. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Well, if you're going to complete these in-breaking routes over the middle of the field, it's really important as a quarterback you don't stare the guy down and tip off where you're throwing the football. He's trying to freeze the safeties in this defense and then throws it on time. Accurate throw, nice pitch and catch.
Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. And the Owls trying to get a touchdown on first and goal. Sells the run, wants to pass. Blasted as he lets it go. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
Pulls it on the option. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Temple!
And it's not a surprise on this first possession that they put the ball in the quarterback's hands and let him run it. This dude can fly. Palmer, I know it's the first possession, but sometimes it's hard to really understand how fast guys are until you see them on the field. It didn't look like they got it on that first possession.
No, David, we were talking to their defensive coaching staff this week, and they thought they had a good plan on paper to slow this guy down. But you're right, it's a different thing once you get out there on game day, and they're going to have to make some adjustments right now because you know this defense, I know it's early, but they're already reeling because of that guy's speed.
The Chanticleer's offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. There's a receiver who's going to draw some attention, Jesse, but really, he's just part of this whole offensive puzzle.
He hasn't been the most consistent guy when it comes to catching the ball for this offense this year, but he has had some big moments. He has had some big games as well. And, David, you know, from a roster standpoint, they're generally not going to overmatch or overwhelm anybody from the receiver spot, but this is a dude that can get it done.
I think that's the biggest point that you made. It's a guy that has the potential to make big plays. And if you're pointing to a guy, he is the one. Talking to coaches, like, they've seen flashes in big moments. They need to see it consistently, and it starts today.
Well, that one falls incomplete, but you know this guy is a big part of their passing attack. You saw the last game out. He had multiple catches from the running back position. They're going to try to get that established in this game.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on second down. Grab behind the line. It's Courtney. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? The give to the running back from the shotgun. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of third and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You could throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off, and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. They're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways.
Another interception. That's number 17 on the year. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44. The run inside. It's Smith. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be second and long. They give it to him again. Hit and stop right there. Not much on that pickup.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like, some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. Football, now soften them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Quarterback run is part of their game plan. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain. Temple lining up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
To the air, it's Barber. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete.
That's a ball that this offense should be able to complete. They had the coverage they wanted. Receiver ran on the route. Just an inaccurate throw by the quarterback.
Ton of ground to cover here on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Right side, it's Gardner. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
Well, on that third down play, they're just trying to get it to him quickly to see if he can do something with it after the catch. But this is a defense that takes pride.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Needs it here on fourth down. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. They got him. It's a sack. Took a chance to try to score the touchdown, and they'll get nothing. And the offense is out on the field with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2. Offense trying to pay it off on second and goal. Send the tight end in motion. On 2nd and goal, he carries again. And he charges across the line. Touchdown, Owls! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Direct snap. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire...
Free up the gut! Running inside the 20. They'll get him on the ground, but he takes it all the way down to the 10. First and goal and a touchdown here really gives them momentum. They'll try to get it in with the run. Knocked down immediately.
Yeah, and this offense, man, you got to do a better job blocking. And I tell you what, that's kind of been a theme throughout the season. They haven't been high-powered. They haven't really figured out who they are yet. And they still got time. The season's not over yet, but this offense still...
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, shot to clear. After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into them.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step one to getting them back in the ballgame.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Quick give. It's Smith. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 50. He wasn't far from taking it to the house, and that'll be the final play of the first quarter. Ground game really important. Let's take a look at how these running backs have fared through one quarter of play. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Sets his feet. It's Shepard. Still looking. Going to try to get it himself. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
Long way to go on second down. Keeps it on the option. Made a defender miss. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense.
Man, this defense has to be better. You have to stop the first part of the option, and that is the quarterback. And he gets loose. He gets the first down, another set of downs. They need to figure out this plan and how to stop this quarterback.
Makes the catch, and he's free. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. From the gun, it's Smith. Touchdown, Owls! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So the Coastal Carolina offense takes over, and they'll go to work from here. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. To the air, it's Barber. Can hold on in the face of the contact.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Wide open downfield. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. The shot that clears are moving quickly down the field. Hits inside. It's Edwards. There he goes. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got it behind the line. It's Gardner. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown. But you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Another nice run to pick up a first down. They've been running it all drive long. They've got the defense on their heels. That last one now just puts them on the fringe of the red zone. And, guys, we know this is an area of the field where it gets really hard to throw into. So why would...
Snags it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Coastal! They'll try to tack one more on their score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Owls offense comes out ready to go to work. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Wants to throw. It's Shepard. Here comes the heat. And down he goes. The defense bringing the heat. Temple lining up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fields the punt. They make the stop, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's see what the call is. It's been said over and over, you have to protect players' head and neck area. This penalty so important at the college level. Running inside, it's Edwards. Tackled almost immediately, not a whole lot on that one.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up and get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Just a little off. Incomplete.
Not seeing a lot of chemistry between the QB and his intended target on that play.
3rd and long coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the right. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. And the shot that clears come to the line with a fresh set of downs. tackled behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, sit down, sir.
The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Second and long here. Kept the last one on the ground, now they'll throw. Left side is Edwards. Makes the grab, down immediately, he picks up a few.
That's a really nice job by the cornerback, playing with his eyes. He sees the running back release out of the backfield, sees him get the ball, and this guy's tough. You know, there are a lot of corners out there that would try to submarine these rig running backs, and then they get hurdled. Not this guy. Good job getting the tackle, getting him on the ground.
Almost took it all the way, but a huge gain, and he has him set up first and goal.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had his second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. Finding...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Coastal Carolina. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. So they take advantage of good field position and move it 46 yards. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. Coming out with it, it's Hardy. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. They take over late and have enough time to put together a drive. The give. He's past the marker. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. To the air, it's Shepard. Oh, pressure's coming. Pickup of 5, it's now 2nd and 5. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for 2nd down.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Timeout taken by the offense. It's their second. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Rush is on. They get to him as he throws. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone. The Owls right after the huge play through the air back to the line. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. He wants it all. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Owls.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
The shot to clear is now ready to go on offense. They're down by a touchdown, but hoping to dial up some plays and pull even in what's turning out to be a really good football game. It's complete on the right side. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Not many play calls a coach likes better than this. 2nd and 1 after getting 9. Got a man. It's Edwards.
Yeah, how about the running back showing you a little agility, baby? A little toe tapping on the sidelines. He looked like a wide receiver. Make sure he kept his feet in bounds, makes the catch, gets some positive yards.
Makes the grab. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Moving the pocket, it's Barber. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
And as an offense, you want to stay aggressive. You want to keep calling these downfield shots. I know you didn't complete that one, but you want to send a clear message. You're trying to take the top off this defense.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, welcome into the epicenter of the college football world, our Orlando EA Sports Studios, and a great Week 8. We start with Notre Dame taking on the Purdue Boilermakers. And it's the home team looking to come out on top in what has been a high-scoring affair. And I love that neither team fears this moment. Gotta see which defense is able to make a stand. Now back to your game on the surf turf. We've been treated to one special performance on the ground from both teams, gouging the opposing defenses for big chunks of yardage. Why throw it when you've got rushing attacks like these? And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Brooks Stadium.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Before we kick off the second half, Ollie Rowe, what do you have?
I caught up with the Temple head coach coming out of the locker room. Their defense has got to step up big time right now. They have been struggling at times throughout this season, but right now is a huge moment. With the lead, they have an opportunity on this kickoff to come down and make a big statement. I'll keep you posted on if the defense is able to step up in this huge moment. Back to you.
Ollie, thank you. Run ends there.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Coming through with that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Back to pass, it's Barber. They're all over him. Just gets rid of that one.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Under pressure. Another incompletion on third down.
That is a good omen for this defense. They were getting lit up in the first half. They knew something had to change. So to set the tone like this early on their opening drive of the third quarter and get a stop on third, that should really help their confidence.
The Temple offense heads out to start this drive. Straight ahead, it's Smith. Maybe picked up a couple as he gets it to the 14.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Turning it on. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football back?
And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming. Clock ticks across the 4-minute mark here in the third. Wide receiver going in motion. On the option. Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
On the move. Inside the 30. He's loose. Touchdown Owls! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And you got to love seeing that if you're the head coach of this team, right? You always want to see your team start fast early in games and then also start fast at the beginning of the third quarter. You had a big lead. You take the ball right away here in the second half. You drive it down the field, and you scored. This offense has been dialed in right from the get-go. It's been very impressive to watch.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Edwards. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The shot that clears come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Just feeds the running back. They get him on the ground, but it'll be enough to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Barber. Grabbed in the backfield, it's Edwards. Pickup of 5, it's now 2nd and 5.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work?
They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody. Putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
He'll get it down to the 31, and that's where he goes out of bounds. And the shot to clear in a good spot here with 2nd and short. The run inside. It's Edwards.
It's great awareness by the running back, understanding where the first down marker is and doing whatever it takes to get it.
The shot that clears pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Right back to the well. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short.
Love the play call on the RPO, and you're just really trusting this running back to be able to make a guy miss and then get into the second level. The offensive line did their job, gave him a crease, but that was the running back making that linebacker missing the hole before getting low.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those...
Got some room entered to the goal line. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
This guy has been hard to bring down on this drive for the defense, and the D's lucky there because it was a DB that saved a touchdown.
And he breaks the play. Touchdown, shot to clear. Getting set for the point after.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole, he saw it, he put his foot in the ground, and that was Pater.
He'll bring it out. It's Mason. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. quick give. It's Smith. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And he finds enough running room, and he's marked down at the 20.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you got to get him on the ground. Nice job tackling by this defense.
Looking downfield, it's Shepard. Look out! He'll pull it down. He slides and gets the first down. What a weapon to have a guy who can move the chains for you by any means necessary. Chains are set, and Temple has it with another 1st and 10. Looking for a crease, it's Mason. Nice move to pick up yardage. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Here he goes. And they'll move the chains with the first down. That might be it for the 3rd quarter. Right around the halfway point of the season, neither of these squads that we've watched today ranked, but here's the top 25 as it stands right now. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Trying to hit the sideline on the right. Defense all over him.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
He's dropped.
Really nice play call there on 2nd and long by the offensive coordinator. He was able to get a lot of that yardage back by running the football, and now, of course, it sets up a 3rd and manageable situation.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Dropping back, it's Shepard. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. Temple lining up to punt it away. Gonna field this one in tight quarters. He got nothing on the return. Outstanding job there. Coastal Carolina has it. The Chanticleer offense headed back to the field. The offense basically has the whole field in front of them, backed up close to their own end zone. Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room. He's up to the 17. Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Handoff again. And they not only knocked him down behind the line, they also put him back under the century mark for the day.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on 3rd down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the 1st down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the 4th down.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. Crosses the 30. Breaks free. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the 4th down to keep the drive going.
You know, the risk on defense on 4th and short, putting all those guys close to the line of scrimmage, is that if the offense creases you, it's going to be an explosive play, and that's exactly what happened. They weren't able to stay in all of their gaps, and the offense breaks off an explosive run on 4th and short.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Moved to his right. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Out wide right, it's Gardner. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. And guys, if they can somehow, some way find their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the 4th. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. Stopped again, and at least they made it back to the line of scrimmage this time. If they can pay off this 3rd and goal with a touchdown, it might be getting a little tough to swallow. Looking for the end zone. He'll be stopped short. Could not drive his way into the end zone, and now they're faced with 4th and goal.
And this offense, I don't think this is going to be a surprise. I think the offense is going to stay on the field. You've already seen it once on this drive, and they've already been successful. You know how hard it is to defend when there's an extra down, and they do it over and over again? So I think this offense will continue to stay aggressive like they were on the last 4th down.
They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. The offense likely to lean on the run to milk this clock. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. At this point, the defense has little choice but to sell out to stop the run on 2nd and 7. Keeps it on the ground. Keeping it on the ground, trying to create a little space, and he was stopped in his tracks at the 3. A mere 4 seconds after the clock stopped for the 2-minute timeout, the defense gets it stopped again, trying to get the ball back. This 3rd down play might be the last chance for this defense to stay in the game. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
Well, the offense is trying to run the football at this area of the field, right? They're just trying to give themselves some space so they can go operate, but the defense just bullied him up front at the point of attack, and they're able to tackle that guy for a loss down at the 1-yard line.
He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. Coastal Carolina takes over, and here comes the offense. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced this situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots, throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Barber. Buying time to his right. He'll throw it. Right side, it's Gardner. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. And wisely gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got the first down, now in plus territory and a chance to save themselves.
And this is why, as a defense, man, you don't want to let the quarterback outside the pocket. Once he gets outside the pocket, now everybody else has to adjust, and some people have to leave coverage, and he goes and he starts going towards his right. Nice job by the receiver finding some space towards the sidelines. They get the completion and make the play.
It's dropped after taking the hit.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success, where you found your explosive plays. Don't be afraid to call those plays again right now in this 2-minute situation.
Timeout taken by the offense is their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Plows his way ahead. They tried to go smash mouth on 3rd and short, and it did not work against this defense.
Hey, move. Go.
Off play action. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. The timeout stops the clock with 10 seconds to play. Most important part of a clutch drive, piece together some first downs, get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. Rush right in his face. He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now. If you're the play caller, you certainly...
Last chance, and he's got it! He's got it for the touchdown! And they can send it to overtime with the kick. Or do they dare try to win it here?
Man, you did the hard part. What a drive, putting points together, getting 6. Now, what are you going to do? Decision time. Do you want to go for the win right now, go for the 2-point conversion, or kick this thing and go into overtime with seconds running down on the clock?
It's incomplete. The try for 2 is no good, and this game is over. The big gamble does not pay off. Scoreboard operator got a workout in this one. Fun game for us to watch, but they can't come up with the W.